Hi, I'm Pam Fox at pamfox.org and Quasi Yoga with Pam Fox. Let's take a breath. I'm here live this morning. Thank you for being here. I have a question for you. Has your doctor ever asked you or told you that you really need to find a way to manage your stress? Or do you know that you just really need to find a way to manage your stress? Well, if that's you, I hope you'll stick around because in this video, I am going to share why it is so important to manage your stress. And I'm also going to share 3 simple but effective exercises to help you do that during your day from a chair. You can do it at your desk if you sit at a desk. You can do it in your home. You can even do it in your car. Probably not while you're driving, although I have done it while I'm driving, modified versions of these exercises. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to be extending a free invitation to a very unique and special yoga class that I teach that's called Quasi Yoga with Pam Fox. So let's begin. First of all, why is it so important to manage stress? We've all heard this before. And what I want to do really quickly is just break down the nervous system into the 2 main components, which are the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. So when we are under a lot of stress, our bodies upregulate what's known as the sympathetic nervous system. And most of you know this as the fight or flight response. So there's something urgent, there's an emergency, there's something stressful that's happening. And the body then is able to upregulate that system in order to deal with that. On the other side, we have the parasympathetic nervous system, which is also known as the rest and restore or rest and digest. So when all is well, when the body is sending signals that all is well and all is calm, the body can upregulate. It downregulates the sympathetic, upregulates the parasympathetic. All is well, all is calm. And this is when our body can restore and digest. This is when our immune function is most optimal. That's what we want, right? We want our immune function to be effective. We don't want to be, susceptible to disease. And that is why it's so important to find ways to manage your stress. We live in a time, although this function was designed into our bodies for a very important life-saving reason, right? If something urgent or emergent happens, our body is able to divert all of that power to the adrenal system, for example, and to go into this fight or flight mode. And we can do crazy things. You guys have all heard the stories about, a woman who, hi Linda, a woman who found herself at the top of a tree because she rounded a corner and she saw a bear, right? Linda, you've probably experienced that. You do a lot of hiking. Hi, Jeannie. So that's that fight or flight. But we live in a time, right, don't we, where we have, broken relationships. We have stressful careers. We have husbands and children. We have, we live in a time where current events, we know about them when they happen. If there's a shooting across the country or if neighborhoods are burning down across the country, we hear about it, right? And so all of these things, layer upon layer upon layer, create stress in our bodies. And so that's why it's so important that we manage our stress, because we're in a constant state of stress. And so when we, a good example of when we upregulate the parasympathetic nervous system is when we sleep at night. That's when the breath slows. I'm going to take a deep breath right now because I'm really nervous because I'm doing this live for the first time. But the breath slows. The body relaxes, all is well for the most part. Some people have insomnia, they have anxiety, they have sleepwalking, they have sleep apnea, and so they're not even upregulating that parasympathetic nervous system, at night. So it's really important that we figure out a way to incorporate that during the day. And so how can we do that? Well, there are a lot of ways. Hi, Shawneen. This is my first live. Oh, thanks, Linda. So there's a lot of ways we can do that. Pet therapy is one. I know a lot of you love your pets. When we hold a pet and we are engaging with that animal, our bodies naturally come into that parasympathetic nervous system mode. We can exercise, we can do things like Tai Chi and yoga, we can meditate. These are all effective ways to slow the breath and to relax the muscles. And so that's what I want to talk about really quick, is relaxing the muscles, because when we are stressed, our body actually carries that stress. It holds on to it in our muscles. So if you think about holding on to something tight, this pen can't drop to the floor because I'm holding onto it tight. Well, the same thing happens with stress in our muscles. The muscles squeeze and hold on to that stress. Okay, so when we do things like stretching, the muscles can relax and release that stress, and that's what we want to do. So the next thing I want to share with you is three simple exercises that you can do from your chair to release some of that stress. And these are focused on the back because we have a group of muscles in our back, and it's a large space. We carry a lot of tension there naturally, a lot of us do. And so the back moves in three ways. It rotates, right, side to side, forward and back, and then laterally side to side. So most of us, we're just upright like this all day. Our spine is straight. It becomes compressed because we're in this position, and we don't, get a whole lot of movement. And so if that's you, it's really, really important that you take time throughout your day to move your spine, your back in those motions that it's supposed to move. So here we go with the three exercises. The first one is rotation. Real simple. From your chair, you just rotate. You can grab the arm of your chair and hold onto it, look over your shoulder and hold. So what you want to do with these exercises is hold them for at least 10 seconds. But here's the key. You must relax the muscles and you must slow the breath. That's where we engage that parasympathetic nervous system and begin to release that tension and let the body know that all is well. Okay? And come out of the sympathetic and into the parasympathetic. So that's one is rotation. So you want to do that on each side, and you want to do it a couple of times, and you want to relax those muscles in the back, in the shoulders, in the belly. Really just let it go. Relax your legs. Slow the breath. So number one is rotation. Number two is flexion and extension. So you think of a back bend or a toe touch. And from your chair, a really easy way to do that is what we call modified cat-cow in yoga. From a chair, you can just extend your arms forward. I'm going to turn to the side and round your back and look down. And so you want to relax your head, round your back, extend your arms. And so that curves your back and stretches it in that rounded way. And then you want to straighten the back and arch it and pull your elbows back. And in this position, this is such a wonderful exercise because as you pull your elbows back and squeeze those shoulder blades together and hold that, again, breathe, relax anything else that you can, relax your jaw, relax your legs, but you're squeezing those muscles behind. And what's happening is it's almost like, in a way, like a massage. Those muscles are squeezing together with the bones and they're massaging each other. And you can do that right now and feel the tension just almost releasing away like you're getting a massage. So you breathe, you hold it, and then you release it, and then you do the other, do it back and forth, hold it for about 10 seconds, breathe, relax, and that's really going to stretch out your back. And then the third way is lateral flexion, and that's where we, bend side to side. And so then a really easy way to do that is to reach one hand up over the head, the other hand down to your side, and just lean. And then what you're doing is you're pulling the hands apart like you're pulling on a rubber band. So you're reaching up and you're reaching down and you're leaning to the side, and you'll feel that stretch all along the side. And again, it's really important that you relax. Relax anything you can while you are stretching. Slow the breath, and you'll feel it. You'll feel that tension start to melt away as you take in a deep breath and you really just exhale long and slow and just kind of linger. Let that just linger. Relax the muscles, deflate the lungs, and just let that go. So those are my three exercises. And what I want to offer before I go really quick is a free invitation to my exercise class that is called Quasi Yoga with Pam Fox. It meets Tuesdays and Thursdays at the Ocean Park Retreat Center at 1:30, and your first class is always free. It's a very gentle, very pleasant exercise class. We never get on the floor. We sit in a chair. We do some of the seated exercises. We do some standing exercises. We focus on flexibility, we focus on balance and strength, and we focus on everything that I've talked about here today, engaging that parasympathetic nervous system, giving your body an hour to relax and breathe and let go of tension. All right, guys, well, I really wanted to share this onto my Quasi Yoga with Pam Fox page, but I don't see a button on how to do that. So anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for those of you that tuned in. For those of you that catch this on the replay, if you have any questions, you can type those in the box below and I'll get back to you. You can find me at Quasi Yoga with Pam Fox on Facebook. I also have a website, pamfox.org, where I have, hi Frankie! where I have a lot of information about my integrated nutrition health coaching practice. So I hope you go check that out. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have an awesome day. Thanks, Linda. Thank you.